tumbleweed rolled into Dos Manos on gray Sunday. The heavens look dark and sterile. The blood and rust sun was going down behind the only cloud in the sky. Not even the meager patches of tall grass dared to tremble. And I watched from my window the weed as she tumbled and stopped in the shadow of a man, a stranger with strange eyes. He stood in the street, then he stepped, and when his foot hit the ground, instead of the jingle of spurs, I heard the church bells sound. 7 times they rang, then again and again. And when they stopped, the man said, "My name is Don Mañana. I've come here to kill a man." El Guapo heard not these words as he suckled tequila and counted his cards. He folded his hand, and when it was dealt one again, he pushed all of his chips in the pile. Save for 2, he explained, this one is for me. It's the same shade of green as my eyes. And this one is red like my blood, and it's for the man who takes my life. He stuffed both his chips in his pocket and flipped over his cards. He had nothing at all, but he'd counted his cousin Ernesto 3 sevens. He kissed his forehead and walked out of the barn. In the street, young Rosa was crying, praying to Jesus and asking him why. El Guapo stepped down to embrace her. He told her, today is the 1st of July. For his gun and turning faced into the sun just before she sang, as he promised he would. There stood Don Mañana at sunset outside of the bank. "I've come for you, Guapo," he spoke very slowly as though he were ready to weep. Then pointing his gun at young Rosa, El Guapo said, "Fine, but first let me speak." A shot then erupted and Rosa stopped crying forever. She fell to the ground. "Cabron," cried El Guapo, "for what would you kill me if not for the woman you love? You'll not have me mañana, bastardo." He turned his weapon on himself. "I don't want you, El Guapo, you son of a bitch, but the devil, he wants you in hell." 2 shots then were fired and El Guapo was dead. Perhaps it had been Don Mañana that killed him, perhaps he'd taken his own life instead. The next day, El Guapo was buried wearing the same clothes